5, 16, 19, 21, 30, 3 and 10. Check results. You remember?
133 of the POD. That's as far as my rhyme scheme goes. Gotta be quiet. It's very late. Another one of these mistakes. These happen. I make them. I'm human. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me, although it is completely my fault. Put a day doctor away. 133 days in a row. I know I'm like a friggin' legend or something. Who said that? Not me. And yeah, what was... Oh, yesterday. Was yesterday really... No, it couldn't have been Guardians yesterday. Right? Or could it? I didn't see it. No, I did see it yesterday. God, time flies when you're doing fuck all. I was going to actually see it again today, but now I'm going to end up seeing it again tomorrow. Not just out of... because I liked it that much. I did like it, but I can only rewatch things if I'm watching it with someone who hasn't seen it yet. So I'll see it with different people. Because then it's like I'm watching it again through other people's eyes. Otherwise, I can't watch it. Even if I really like something, I've tried it before, but I get bored. It's like I've seen what's happened. I just prefer to see clips. I feel like I've said this whole spiel before. Like that just all of a sudden felt very familiar to me. But oh yeah, one thing about the Met Gala, which I didn't bring up whenever I spoke about the Met Gala. ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky. Doesn't anyone ever call him that? Does anyone ever call him ASAP Rocky? Because maybe that's the way it's meant to be pronounced. The clip of him jumping over the woman's head. Basically there's a clip of ASAP Rocky where he jumps over a fence in the Met Gala. When I say a fence, I mean it's like a little tiny like temporary gate they put up, those little things, and he uses like some woman's head as leverage, and then he's got his hood up. He's acting like he's breaking into the event. Turns back at her, so they're like, oh my god, it's ASAP Rocky, and then he goes in, right? Now the edit details. Obviously, when he uses her face as leverage, she's like, what the hell? Who the hell is this guy? Like, she's pissed. She's like, who's this guy just breaking into the event? Is this like some kind of crap YouTube prank? Sees ASAP Rocky, then starts freaking out, immediately doesn't care, uses her shit. Whatever. Before I even noticed that he used her head as leverage or whatever, I just looked at that and just thought, oh, that's just like, I just found the act of like jumping over the fence and whatever, like the way he landed and was like, the hood up was just like, it's so extra. Why are some people such main character? They just have like, and maybe he just is a main character. Maybe I think he just has this. It's hard to say. ASAP Rocky of all people, with Rihanna, huge in his own right, has main character syndrome, but not is just a main character type thing. But like, it just, you didn't need to jump over. You could just walk through and be like, I'm ASAP Rocky, can I just get through? I'm meant to be here, whatever. Why are you jumping over that? It's going to be a big thing. Everyone's going to, like, people know, everyone's looking at them, type of thing. Looks back. The second narrative being like, how can you give a fuck? And then not just because it's ASAP Rocky. She's like, who is this? And she's just like screaming ahead of because it's ASAP Rocky. Like, it is crazy. It is crazy. Like, I understand it's to an extent when people get so gassed when they see someone they know. If like it's Kid Cudi or someone, it's like the music has touched them, and like it means the world to them and stuff. But like for the most part, these people probably don't even listen to ASAP Rocky's music. They just identify him as a celebrity, and probably just know him as the father of Rihanna's child. And it's just like, even people who you really like the work of or whatever, to like react when people like hyperventilating, that is something I would just never understand. Because like be gassed, yeah. Feel how you want, what the fuck ever. I just think it's funny that she was like so pissed, and then like you see it's ASAP Rocky, an artist you definitely don't even listen to, and then you're like gassed, and then later like he tweets out to her like, sorry, she tweets a photo like, oh, I was the girl who got fucking jumped over by ASAP Rocky, and then he's like, oh, sorry, sweetheart. And it's like a whole little thing. It's like, is this meant to be cute? I'm not on board. Oh, fuck this shit. Fucking celebrities. Like, here's me trying to give you a reason for why I wouldn't go to the Met Gala, like I'm fucking invited. But like, no, the reason I would actually decline the invitation is because this is the problem. This whole like wank each other off fucking party, it just feels so fucking Illuminati. It's like, yeah, it'd be cool to go there. It's like, yeah, I'm serving. You know, I can make a big Twitter moment, but like for the most part, you got to go to this boring party and drink this mid alcohol, whatever, and just sort of basically biding time until you go to the after party. I don't like parties regardless. I don't drink and I don't dress well. So these three, this is not a day for me. But second of all, it's stuff like this. This whole like, it's like celebrities in a zoo and we're all like, oh, and but it's like, imagine the animals in the zoo fucking loved it and they was getting off to that, the fact that everyone was watching them. That's what it's like, and it just weirds me out when it's this whole like fucking jerk each other off circle, jerk fast thing, whatever. They're just wearing clothes, and normally the people who actually designed the clothes, people who actually picked out the clothes, they don't really get the credit. Like we're shouting out these people who dressed well as if they even did fuck all. So like, you know, it's just one of those things. It's one of those things, especially because the people wearing the clothes, half of them aren't even like care about fashion in their like everyday life. They're like sports people. They're just famous for this or famous for that. They're just here because they're a big name. So it's just like, it's like a weird thing. Don't pretend this is anything to do with the fucking clothes. No one. This ain't fucking anything to do with the fucking. I just rambled so hard about the Met Gala that I forgot the other thing. Fuck. Okay, it's in my mind space. I saw it. It was on Twitter. Fuck, it was trending. Oh, man. This is really going to upset me. I literally checked this a second before doing this. I'm not going to get it. It's one of those days like, fucking hell, what was it called? I'm trying to go there. Oh, God, I'm trying to go there. I'm trying to think. I can see the image, but the word I need is blurred. It's annoying because that's kind of what I was going to title this, and I don't remember what it was called. It was right there. Guys, just give me a moment. I know this is bad, but I'm so okay. Let me get back into my meditation state. No, I'm just thinking about humming. I'm not actually thinking. Okay, let me try again. Okay. No, not even close that time. But the time before that, I almost had it. And you could probably call this a whole segment of me just trying to remember now. The power of the human brain. Oh my God, Brad Pitt's Formula One film. Man, that would have hurt. Yeah, Brad Pitt. He's doing. I didn't actually know he was in it. I thought he was just like producing or something. But I think Hamilton's producing it with like Tom Cruise or whatever. I don't know. They're boys. Again, famous people, you know. I think Brad Pitt is actually in it. Is he two different films I'm thinking of? Because there's also one which I saw, which was like, said it was starring Damson Idris in it as like the Hamilton type of character. So it's either the same film or it's two different films. If it's the same film, wow, this cast is great. That's literally just two people, but you know they're gonna. It's basically. I remember recently Jake Gyllenhaal. He was like trending because he was at the UFC because he was filming scenes and they wanted to have like a real life crowd and stuff. So he was like filming scenes where he like pretends to knock someone out. He also did like a weigh-in one, and it's like this is the type of like when they want the acting to be realistic where it's like fun and cool. It's like it's not method in the sense that when he leaves set today he's gonna go home and like chin someone and I don't know, just get in the fucking spirit. In the sense when they show up and it's like. Sometimes you gotta give actors credit. You know, they do go the extra mile, and as they should a lot of the time, with the amount of money or whatever. But still, you know, Jake Gyllenhaal there, he's shredded as hell when he's there. You know, he's obviously been practicing all the fucking different fighting styles to make it look realistic and stuff. He's not gonna have many body doubles, whatever. And this one, Brad Pitt has this fucking license to drive a actual legit Formula One car on the grid at Silverstone or Silverstone, depending on how you say it. At this year's Grand Prix, like to do some filming or whatever. That's just so sick. Like that alone makes you know the film is at least gonna be of a decent level. It was already going to be good because Brad Pitt's in it, but then again he likes to do some fun flicks as well. He did Bullet Train, which is more of a sort of a fun popcorn munchy film, but you think this might have a little bit of Top Gunness about it. You know, Hamilton, Tom Cruise, you know, fucking twins. I can't remember the Drake bar I was trying to think of. I don't listen to Drake. Treacherous Little Twins. That's what I was trying to. It's just not funny. You know, and you know what Tom Cruise is like. Everything's got to be legit. Everything's got to be real. If they're going down that alley, and you got Brad Pitt in it, Damson Idris, who, to be fair, I don't think I've actually seen him in anything. He's been like fucking living on Snowfall, that show, for so long. I didn't even know it existed till recently, but apparently everyone loves it, or a lot of people like it. It's on like FX or something, you know. I ain't seen it. It's like an American thing. But he's pretty good. And I only recently found out he's like 30, which actually makes me like him more. For some reason, when I thought he was 24, he bothered. I remember recently I was like, I don't know, in the back of my head I was annoyed at Damson Idris for something. I don't know fucking why. But when I saw he was 30, I was like, oh, he's 30. Oh, okay. I like him again. Let's be real, it's probably because we have some kind of like jealousy for people who are like near our age sometimes, and we're like, what? He's that close to my age? And then you subconsciously maybe get some kind of like disdain for them for no reason other than they're successful near your age. I'm being honest right now. I'm being real because I keep it real, even if it makes me look bad. You can't help these things. It's human nature. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Either way, that film sounds like it is sick. I don't know how many high-profile actors will have for the drivers. I'm assuming if they're going to have 20 drivers on the grid in the actual film, they'll have obviously 20 actors play all these drivers. I don't know, like, if 10 of the drivers are basically just going to be extras who don't really have any lines. Like, imagine 20 drivers. Each one of the drivers is, like, of at least mid to high-profile level of, like, that's a sick actor. Or if, like, Brad Pitt's, like, the main guy and everyone else is just going to kind of be, like, actors who haven't got a name yet. Well, they have a name, but not one we know, regardless. I mean, this ain't a film we're ever going to see the light of day of it for a long time, but 2023, if we talk about the films that are just coming out this year, because the Dune trailer came out, Dune 2, bellissimo, great meal, wonderful food. It's the most sure thing ever. The Dune trailer's coming out tomorrow. Oh, okay, I don't have to see it. I know exactly what it's going to look like, and that's going to be sick. Comes out, it's that, you know, you got Charlemagne, you got, what's his name? Javier Bardem. It's got Austin Butler in this one. It's got Florence Pugh in this one. You've still got Skarsgård. You've got, I don't know which one, there's too many. Stellan, I think. You've got Momoa, Jason Momoa. There we go. Did he die in the film? Batista's still in it. Oh, you still got Brolin. You know, oh, you got Zendaya. How could you forget Zendaya? Just sick. It looks great. There's like black and white scenes. There's like fucking shit. He's riding a sandworm. He's like fucking calling the army. He's like speaking Shakespeare. He's like, may thy knife chip and shatter. It's just like, wow, we're gonna get some thespian crazy shit. And this one's gonna be even better than, well, even more liked by the masses than the first one, because I think it's going to be in the exact same level. I don't think it'll drop below technical wise in terms of what critics like. It will either be on the same level or higher. So critics will still have, you know, still be just into their pants, and then it'll have more action, which is what sort of everyone else, all the other consumers, because like it's one of those films. I got so into maybe listening to too many podcasts or whatever with people who like films a lot. So I just thought it was unanimous that everyone liked the first one. But then when I just like went out into the normal world and was speaking to people who didn't have film podcasts, or like, you know, they just like films more casually, they were like, it was alright, it was a bit boring, it kind of left you for empty. And I was kind of like, yeah, I guess it did. I guess I see both sides now. So it's kind of like they didn't capture the hearts of everyone. But then again, you know, some people, no matter, like, I don't know, it's hard to get both critics and like the average moviegoer. But Dune is the closest thing to doing that, to like a very high level. Like, it was so nominated, the first one, mainly for technical categories, but still. So if this one can be as nominated and get as many sort of what the fuck? What's the word I'm thinking of? Fucking critics, and let's just call them. What is the word I'm thinking of? It's a terrible day for remembering shit.
Civilians. That's the word I was trying to think of. Civilians. As if like critics are like, they're not civilians. They're like these weird little rattish, snobbish creatures who live on a different plane to the rest of us, and our simple sort of civilian moviegoers just sort of it's different avenues you got to capture. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
It's 15:25, 5, and I've exhausted myself. I'm really dizzy. Literally just from lying down there and then getting up, I get up too fast and drinking enough water. I'm very unhealthy. I need to improve my lifestyle probably. And this is 1 3 3 7 1 3 4.
With the kids, and they have like 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on like maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet. Like,